Welcome back to Quarantine Apologetics, defending the faith while under lockdown. You probably recall about a month or so ago, I had a young lady come on my channel for an interview. Her name's Jackie Shea, and she's a Texan, and I wanted to talk about the state of things in Texas. And you'll probably remember a few episodes back of Quarantine Apologetics, I talked about a fellow by the name of Michael Coren. Michael Coren is he's Canadian. He's a former conservative Catholic. He's since converted to the Anglican Church, not because he did some research and found that the arguments for the papacy were lacking, so he has to go there. But he went there because he essentially lost his faith. He became he started disagreeing with the church on homosexuality, contraception, abortion, euthanasia. So he goes to the Anglican Church, where he's since been ordained a deacon. Now he's not a deacon because the person who placed a female bishop, quote unquote, ordained him, Susan Bell, a lady that calls herself a bishop. She wears the bishop's garb, just like Coren wears a deacon's garb. They wear it like it's Halloween because they're obviously dressing up as something they're not. There are no female bishops, and someone calling themselves a female bishop can't ordain someone. I mean, if I want, I can place my hands on someone. Does that mean they're ordained? No, because I'm not a bishop. Neither is Susan Bell. And Michael Coren's not a deacon. So, but that's all beside the point. The point is, Jackie and Michael got into a bit of a scuffle on Twitter. And Michael said this to Jackie Shea. You describe yourself as a Christian conservative, and I certainly believe that good Christian people vote Republican or conservative, but voting for a man such as Trump is a different matter. Lies, adultery, abuse, bullying. Hardly gospel values. Thanks. First of all, I want to say this. Michael Coren joined the Anglican Church. Who founded the Anglican Church? Henry VIII. I mean, let's compare lies, adultery, abuse, bullying. Who's more guilty of that, Henry VIII or Donald Trump? So Jackie Shea casts one ballot for Trump, and she's going against the gospel. Yet Michael Coren converts to and is quote-unquote ordained in a religion that was started by someone who makes Trump look like St. Francis of Assisi. I'm not kidding. Like what kind of double standards are these? Like, he's obviously not a Christian. He lost his faith and his reason at the same time. And it's obvious from tweets like that. Now, I do want to say, now, you could say that Trump lies, adultery, abuse, bullying. You could say that about him. But here's the thing. When you vote for someone, it does not mean you endorse every single sin they've ever committed. You don't endorse their sin by saying, all right, I'm going to put an X by them. That means I condone all of his horrific statements, his adultery, his improper use of eminent domain. It doesn't mean that. All it means is I'm endorsing the policies he's campaigning on, or at least some of the policies, more so than the other candidates. Like, you would think this is, you would think this is common sense, but Michael Coren apparently doesn't seem to know that. Like, for example, Coren lives here in Canada. In October, we had an election. And the leader of the Liberal Party, who won the election, Justin Trudeau, a whole bunch of pictures of him came out with blackface on. Now, does that mean that all 5.8 million Canadians who voted for the Liberal Party are racist? No, they voted for him because they like his policies. Just like Americans who vote for Trump is because they like his policies. Or if they voted for Hillary Clinton, they like her policies. But that's Michael Coren for you. That just shows that often when you lose your faith, your reason soon follows. And that's exactly what happened with Michael Coren. It's really sad what's happened to him. But pray for the guy. We've all got our rosaries. We can pray the rosaries. Pray the rosary for the guy, but he has become an enemy of Jesus Christ. And as someone who needs to, as a Christian, we have to oppose the enemies of Christ. He is an enemy of Christ. God bless.